In some cases, you may choose not to remove the top sash. The common reason not to do this is if there is no intention of opening the top sash and the glazing needs no maintenance. If you choose not to remove the top sash, you will be able to repaint the center parting stops and the top sash in place, but be aware that this procedure will bind the parting stop and the top sash to the jamb, making it non-operable and airtight. If you do not plan on removing the top sash, then feel free to proceed to step 3. However, if the meeting rails do not meet, you may have to perform these steps to correct the alignment. Eliminating this step will cut the time down considerably. Free the top sash. If the top sash is painted shut, cut the stops free from the paint along the top sash on all 3 sides of the parting stops. Be aware that the top sash may be fixed shut due to broken cords and it might drop when released. Grab the sash under the bottom rail and gently wiggle to assist with breaking the sash free. Repeat scoring and wiggling until the sash is free. Once the sash is free, try to move the sash down by easing it up and down. Paint buildup in the jamb below that sash may prevent the sash from moving downward. If so, you may have to remove some paint in the exterior track before you can slide the window all the way down. If the top sash does not move at all, it may be nailed or screwed into the jamb, so look for potential fasteners to be removed. Remove the center parting stops. Having the ability to move the top sash down and up in the track will make it easier to remove the center parting stops. Removing the parting stops are a somewhat difficult task, as they likely have resided for decades wedged in the groove in the jamb and coated with multiple layers of paint. Nonetheless, to remove the top sash, some or all of the parting stops must be removed. To determine the outcome for these parting stops, give consideration to several options, including 1. The time and money-saving option of removing only the necessary stops to allow the top sash to be removed, and not removing layers of finish, but refinishing the stops in place. 2. The time-saving option to break out and discard the original stops and replace with new upgraded weather stripping stops. 3. A full restoration would be to remove all 3 parting stops, remove layers of finish, restore and reuse the original. If you're doing your own windows, retaining the original parting stops will likely save you money. If you hire a contractor, it's more economical to replace them due to the labor time required to restore them. For this production, the time and money-saving option is demonstrated. Once the top sash glides freely down and up in the track, begin removing the parting stops. Using a sharp utility knife, cut the parting stops free from paint along the interior tracks on the sides of the stops you want to remove. Be patient, as you may have to score first and then cut deeper with multiple cuts. Parting stops are commonly not fastened in the groove, but to be safe, be aware of nails or screws. Try using a pry bar or stiff putty knife to loosen the stop by working the tool patiently from end to end. Take advantage of being able to move the top sash out of the way as you work the stop out. Vice grips is a useful tool for removing the parting stop, as it allows you to lock on and pull straight away from the groove. A specialty sheet metal tool is ideal because of the wide flat surface for gripping the stop. With both vice grips and a sheet metal tool, you may want to place a cushion layer, such as a thin piece of rubber between the stop and the tool, to prevent gouging and crushing the delicate wood. Because removing the parting stops is a somewhat difficult task, this step may take some time to do, so don't rush. If you're going to reuse the original stops, it's important to mark and store them for proper reinstallation. Remove the top sash. Once the applicable parting stops are out, you should be able to free the top sash from the jamb. Lower the sash all the way down and set it on the sill. Remove the ropes by following the same guidance as given for the bottom sash. Mark and store the sash for proper reinstallation.